Okay, you're joining me on a very random first day of a new vlog. It's actually Friday. This week I went to my mum's down in Somerset for a little mini break. I just went for 2 nights just to stay with my mummy. So that was nice, but now I'm back. And I thought I'd start the vlog today, mostly because I'm going to Reformer Pilates later, and it's a brand new studio round the corner from me that I can walk to, and they very kindly invited me to a complimentary lesson. It is 20 to 12, and I mentioned in my last vlog that I'm trying to walk wherever I can. I like to try and get 20,000 steps in a day, but 10,000, between 10 and 20 is like a good goal. So I'm basically going to go and try and get some steps in, and then I'll do some later as well when I go to Pilates. But I'm really lucky with where I live, because we could just go now and I could talk to you on the way there. I'm really lucky with where I live because I can walk to the river and then walk into town, which I'm going to do because I mentioned how I am inspired and obsessed by this girl called Caroline Bankston, who walks, I'm not going to open the door yet in case people are out there, who walks a lot. I've just been binge watching her videos, and she wears a lot of really nice trainers. I only have one pair of trainers, which are these old Nikes, which are absolutely fine. I definitely don't need new trainers, but I want to go and have a look at a pair of Asics that she always talks about and a pair of New Balance that she always talks about. So I'm going to go around, walk along the river and then into town. It's like the long way into town from here, but also a very nice scenic route. And yeah, I mean, we might aim for 6-ish thousand steps or something. So yeah, let's get going. Just in shoe. This is what my new obsession, Caroline Bankston. These are the ones she has. And she has these as well. Which are cute. This is a whole new area for me, like trainers. I just don't have that many pairs of like sports trainers, you know? There's no Asics, only New Balance. Maybe I'll go to office. All the fans on in here, great. Our house gets so hot upstairs. Where are we? I got some Asics trainers because the New Balances in shoe looked very nice, but I went into Foot Locker, which isn't somewhere I really often shop. I also bought some socks because I got a pair of Asics, they're the GT 2160, and I had seen these on Free People actually, and I thought they were such a nice colour, and then when I walked in and saw them in real life, I was like, oh yeah, we can vibe with those. We've got like a peach and then like a mint green and then kind of silver there. And I put them on and they were like walking on a cloud. They're so comfortable. These are my new walking trainers, because actually when I was walking in those Nike ones, they're not comfortable at all. Quick Waitrose stop. God, I'm so red. Before I go and get the boys, because we just need like some fruit and bits and pieces, you know. We do about 5 shops a week. I can constantly at the supermarket, I feel like. Gabe's milk of choice is on offer, so we're going to get a couple of those because he is going through it like nothing else at the moment. This is why I'm actually in here, because these are some of Gabe's favourite crisps. And he's not eating loads at the moment. He really goes through, like, he's really up and down with food. Asking for something in particular or eating things in particular, I just have to kind of stock up on that stuff. Those crisps seem to be a hit at the moment. I need Pom Bears, but oh, there's Pom Bears. Oh, and they're on offer too. Great. A couple of things of Pom Bears. They're always a crowd pleaser. I just thought we need oil. Oh, isn't it the worst? We need olive oil. It's so expensive. Oh, £8.40. That'll do. I always get the one on offer, and this week it's this one. Thank God. Oh my God! It is so hot. To grab these as a little snack. They're the Higgidy cheddar and caramelised onion chutney rolls. They're so good. So I'm often a bit peckish at this time, just before I pick the boys up. So if I pop to the supermarket, these are a nice little treat. Oh my God, get that aircon on. Get that Diet Coke open, let's do this. Oh, right, Right, I've just pulled up to Gabe's nursery, but I'm actually a bit early, so I'm just going to have a quick chat with you about how old I am, because I just feel like such a granny. I just had my Spotify playlist on, and Addison Rae came on, and I was like, who is Addison Rae? And I feel like I'm at the age now, like when I was growing up, right, there was like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Mandy Moore, and like Jessica Simpson, for example, right? To me, 4 very different women. To my mum, all the same person, you know? And I feel like that's where I am. Like, I know the difference between like Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, and like Sabrina Carpenter. The next level of that, like Olivia Rodrigo, Addison Rae. I feel like there's someone else TikTok-y called not Madison, Addison. I feel like she begins with M, and like her family are in. Anyway, there's this other level of singers where I'm just like, you could all be the same person. I've got no context of you. And I feel like it's also because like when I was growing up, we had like MTV, so you saw music videos, and like we don't have the VMAs anymore. Well, I think we do, but who watches them? Like, we don't have music TV in that way anymore, so I don't see these people either. So I couldn't tell you what their music videos are like, what their style is like, what they look like. I couldn't tell you anything about them visually. I just might have heard a song once, and then you'll tell me that's Addison Rae. I go, oh, okay, fine, I think I know that song. And I feel like that's quite sad that we don't have, I feel like, that music visual element anymore to distinguish between these girls, because they literally, they could just get one of them to sing all the songs, right? Or could they not? Maybe I'm mistaken, but it's funny, isn't it? We just don't see music videos anymore. Or do we? Am I that out of touch unless you're on social media? I don't feel like we do. Like, I couldn't tell you a Sabrina Carpenter music video, like a concept. I've never seen one, but I know her music. But music videos was such a big part. Anyway, I don't really have a point. I'm just rambling like an old lady. Going to Pilates, and it is still so warm, and it's like 5:45. I tried to charge this camera because the battery's low. I was charging it upstairs, and then as soon as I put it onto charge, Gabe must have taken it out, which he does often. So I don't know how much battery I've got on this. Is this recording? It's still flashing red. It's still going. So anyway, I changed my t-shirt to this one because the other one got a bit grubby just from wear and tear of the day, because it's like white. So I've changed into this grey one and realised that actually grey's not great for working out if you start to sweat. But anyway. Okay, well, I've zoomed you. Is that a bit better? I think so. Ignore my hair, I'm just putting my makeup on. Anyway, today has started off unnecessarily stressful. It's now Thursday. I haven't vlogged since Friday last week. I did kind of mean to vlog earlier, but to be honest, nothing has really gone on this week. I've just been working. It's also been so hot. I don't like to keep going on about the weather, but my God, the beginning of the week was ridiculous. So I just didn't have any desire to be doing anything. I had Elliot on Monday, and then I've just been working. And to be honest, when I have long busy days at the salon, which I've had, it's just quite boring. There's nothing to vlog really. It's just me doing hair. And it's just quite full on because I just end up a bit frazzled. So that's that. But today I thought, oh, I'll vlog this morning. We'll have a lovely little intro. But no, the world had other plans and just made it the most stressful morning ever. The kids were just being a nightmare this morning before we left the house. And then dropping them off to their respective childcare Gabe's was fine, but on the way to Elliot's there was traffic absolutely everywhere because Kingston, if you know it, has got the worst one-way system, and if they do any kind of roadworks, which they like to do here and there just to piss everyone off, it backs up the whole town. And that's what happened this morning. So I was in the car for over an hour when actually usually it's half an hour because of the timings. I drop Gabe at 8:30 and Elliot at 9, but we're often early for Elliot's drop off, so we have to kind of wait around until 9. It's really just like a 20-minute trip, to be honest. If I drop Elliot at 9, I'm usually home by 10 past, and I got home at 9:45. And so I then have had no time really to get ready. But that's kind of like set me back a bit. I wanted to have a bit of a leisurely morning to get ready properly because we're going to an event today, which is an electricals hair brand, very similar to like GHD. I think a bit more expensive than GHD. And they've invited me to this event, which is a masterclass, I think. I think they're launching a new tool. I'm imagining that's what's happening. I mean, my hair looks okay. I just wish it just does need a little bit of a refresh, but it's fine. I just chucked this on this morning to drop the boys, but I'm actually going to wear this up into town. It's my Beyond 9. Oh, you're still zoomed in. This outfit is just my Beyond 9 really old like linen jumpsuit that I got when I was pregnant with Gabe. That's so long ago. Hair's looking okay. Since when has Bath and Body Works been in London? Sure, you could argue about 10 years too late. Are people still into Bath and Body Works? Because that packaging is... And I'm on the search for decent coffee. I've realised I haven't eaten anything this morning. I've had like a cup of tea and I think that's about it. So I'm quite hungry. I think they'll have probably like nibbling things, well I'm hoping they'll have like nibbling things at this event, but what's that? Oh. But I'm also really early, so I wouldn't mind a little sit and a pastry and a coffee. Thank you. So, I have actually found a cute coffee place called Lavelle on Rathbone Place, which is literally opposite where I need to go. So, I've set up camp for the next 20 minutes, and I've got myself a green smoothie, a cappuccino, and some more tea. All together.
So you want to see your wrist in the mirror. So it's this motion, okay? Are we having any hair? We have some magical potion. What we need to do is and magical remedy. So the magical potion. You have to look at the Look at you, you're flying.
Oh, I'm a hairdresser. But it is hard. It's hard to pick up. I actually just finished doing my friend's hair. So I popped to the salon after the Cloud9 event. I'm going to chat to you a bit later about some thoughts I've been having because I feel like I really needed that event. I feel really motivated and I just feel a lot more positive. I think I'm heading towards burnout and I feel like that's kind of helped me prioritise around some decisions I need to make about my work-life balance at the moment and has kind of helped me redirect and make decisions. Anyway, this is all very like top lines business talk, isn't it? I'm not actually saying anything, but we'll chat a bit more when I get home and I'm out of breath about where my head's at with everything. But I just feel like sometimes something happens like I actually really needed that in more ways than just popping into London to have a nice event with a nice brand. I also met my hairdressing social media idol. She's this girl called Matilda who I followed for years. I've just found her very inspiring. She owns a salon and I would look at her salon when I was getting my own salon. I love how she decorated it. So she's just one of those people that for me is someone who I look to be inspired by in my career. And I knew that she was a Cloud9 ambassador and I wondered if she might be there today, and she was. So that's part of like me I basically just had to have a word with myself on the way home about my life. Oh God, look at me. Basically we've just done bedtime. I was putting Gabe down. Hainsey was putting Elliot down because Elliot was asking for, I want daddy. He's in that phase of when we're doing bedtime. He's like, I want mummy, I want daddy. And he always wants daddy at the moment. Mummy's not good enough. Conversation with you earlier. What's my hair looking like? About just feeling motivated from going to this event and also like actually giving myself some work-life balance. It's really hard when you work for yourself to put boundaries in and for me to also say no, because I work with like a customer facing role, I suppose, with hair. If someone messages me and, you know, if Hainsley's off, he can pick up the kids and I'm around, because I don't want to say no to money and to work. I'm just like, yeah, fine. But then I end up working sometimes 7 days in a row and I just don't really have any time. And I have these two parts to my business now, which is social media to do with hair. That's becoming a really big part. Well, it has become quite a big part. And so it warrants me putting time into that. So I need to stop just having like okay, I've got to do that TikTok job. Like, I need to actually give myself proper time. Because if I had a boss that was making me work in this way, I'd be like, you are setting me up for failure because you're not giving me any time to do anything properly. And so that's how I feel. So it's like, I really need to allow myself to do that. And essentially kind of I've already put on my Instagram, my hair Instagram, that I'm not accepting new clients. And I need to be very diligent about like only doing one evening or not doing evenings at all. And yeah, doing like 2, 3 or 4 days max a week, no more. And actually, yeah, giving myself time to do all of these things that I want to do. It's just a really hard one to kind of manage yourself if you're self-employed, because no one teaches you how to do this. And I could feel myself recently getting really frustrated by everything and just really tired, and I don't feel like I have any proper time for myself, and everything's just not half-assed, because it's not like half-assing it, but I'm failing it. I'm not failing at everything, but it's like I'm not doing anything particularly well, I don't feel like, because I'm trying to do everything. And so that's where it's like I need to just pull it back so that I can actually manage everything in the way that it needs to, and like give the energy and the time to the things that need it. Organise my time. I cannot organise my time, and that's what I need to do. So come September, Elliot's childminder actually informed me this morning that he will get 30 hours funding from September, which I didn't realise was a thing. He already gets 15, but and that was from this new thing they rolled out, but I didn't realise they were also rolling out 30 hours from September. I thought it was the same as Gabe. It would be when he was 3, which is December. So he will get 30 hours from September, so he's going to be doing 4 days at nursery now, Tuesday to Friday. So that gives me 4 days that both of them are out, so that then if I work during the week, if I work 2 days of the week, I've then got 2 days essentially free when the boys aren't here, and then have a day with Elliot on the Monday. And so having that 2 days as opposed to just 1 day is going to make such a difference, because sometimes work can spill over into that 1 day and then I end up having no days when the boys aren't here, and that's really hard to focus or do anything when they are here. So anyway, that's just my little thing. But yeah, I feel like September will be when I can actually put this into action properly. But I'm going, like, I would be working less in August anyway, because it's summer holidays in terms of being in the salon. So I'm starting to pull back from now and try and, as I say, give myself just more time in the week to just juggle everything that I need to juggle. Because it's also stuff like the washing and organising the house, and like I'm never on top of anything. I can never sort through things properly because I'm just here, there and everywhere. So that's that. That's my chat. I need to get some salad.
Mummy.
Yes, baby.
Mummy, I want to get salad.
Yeah, you can help me get salad. Shall we help Mummy?
I want to eat it, you know. I want to go yucky.
You don't like it? Is it yucky?
This is Gaby's.
That is Gaby's. Well done. Oh, hi, good morning everyone. It is Friday morning and I'm just getting ready because I'm doing hair this morning, well, until about 2:30, about 2ish. However, Gabe is having a stay and play kind of settling in session at his new school. I've not really mentioned about Gabe starting school. For anyone that doesn't know about my journey, about little Gaby Angel, he's autistic. His biggest struggle is his speech and communication. Here he is. What's so funny? Oh, Gaby. Okay. He's just come upstairs with the iPad, so it might be quite loud. Okay. Let's resume this. So in as quick as you can snap your fingers, change your plan. Because, right, so basically, I'm just out of breath from running up the stairs. Basically, the last few days, as we know yesterday, stressful day, traffic everywhere. And so it's Friday today, and we thought there might not be as much traffic, but if there's still roadworks, there might be. So basically, Gabe is going for a stay and play. Maybe let's go in the bedroom. Basically, Gabe is going for a stay and play at his new school. That starts at 9:15. We drop Elliot to his childminder at 9 o'clock. When there's no traffic, we will be able to get to Gabe's new school within like 10 minutes, 8 minutes perhaps. When there's traffic, that could be half an hour. So to proceed with caution today and not be late and have it be stressful, I said I'll walk with Gabe to school because it's very close to my salon. If there's traffic and you're not there in time, I can go in with him. But if you are there in time, you can go in with him and then I can walk to the salon and go to work, because I've got a client at 10. So Hazy left early with Elliot to allow for traffic, and then he's just come back and was like, there's no traffic. So he's now taking Gabe. So I have now got a free morning. Well, not a free morning, but I don't have to walk with Gabe now, and I'm just going to walk to my salon and get my steps in, obviously. And that's me. And so I've got quite a nice little chill day because I've got my lovely Jan in this morning, who's my friend's auntie. And then I've got one of my lovely clients is just having a cut. So I'll be done about 2ish, and then I could have a leisurely afternoon. And then this evening, I'm going to Pilates again. And I'm going to my friend's house for dinner because she's got a new pizza oven, so she wants to make pizza. I love pizza, so that's the day today. But have a good day. Thank you. Oh my God, £8 for an iced latte and a piece of banana bread. I love the road that my salon's on. The houses are so nice on this road. I'm manifesting a house around here or one of the side roads, because this is actually, it's generally a quiet road, but it is a bit of a through road, so it can get busy. But I would love to live down this end of the town that we're in. Just need a casual like 1.2 mil, do you know what I mean? It's chump change, to be honest. Because my area is ridiculous, the house prices, because when you look at it, like, they're nice houses. They're not mansions, do you know what I mean? You don't have any land, like, on this. I mean, you have a nice garden, but even then it's not massive. Like, that's the average house around Kingston. They're lucky enough to have a drive. However, not every house does. So then you've got to pay £100 a year to park outside your own house. So it's really depressing. But I also just love this area. And so that's one of the things, like with me talking about like heading towards burnout and just everything frustrating me, that is really frustrating me at the moment. And it's always been a thing. It's a very expensive area, but it just feels unfair because I grew up basically 10 minutes from here. This is my local town, and I can't afford to buy a house here. And I know that's the case for so many of us. But if I was born in like Somerset, for example, where my mum is, we probably would be able to buy a house at some point. Question of like, even if we were to one day be able to manage to buy a house here, are we then doing the same thing to our children, bringing them up in a ridiculously expensive area that they're not, just not giving them the best opportunity to be able to make a life for themselves? I mean, they will, because I say don't go to uni, get a trade. Because around here, if you're a plumber or you're a builder or something like that, you're golden. Not even around here. My general advice is to not go to uni and to get a trade. We can talk about that another time. Like, these are the houses opposite my salon, and that's kind of generally the vibe. Victorian. These are technically detached, but you know, there's not a lot of space between them. And they're quite narrow, so you get a nice kind of, well, it depends actually, but you might get like a narrow garden, all that kind of stuff. To end that rant, my advice to anyone is to get a trade. If you want any chance of working for yourself, not giving yourself a ceiling in terms of earning, having like unlimited income potential, being able to work flexibly, being able to have a family and work and still thrive, get a trade. I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're a woman, get a trade. If you're a woman that wants to have babies, get a trade. Like, I can't stress this enough. I feel so, I really feel quite passionately about this subject. And I don't actually talk about it very much, considering how passionate I feel, but I really feel like the whole opportunity for women who want families, women who want to work for themselves, in a way that, like, you don't have to be an entrepreneur, you don't have to have these huge ambitions, you could just have a salon in your garden. The freedom it gives you, like, anyway, I'm not going to go on about that. I'm in my salon now, which I need to get out of these boxes. I need to sort this out. Like, this has gone on too long. One thing about working in my own salon, or just in a salon, is I can wash my hair at work. I need to wash my hair, and I thought, let me just quickly do it now. I'm finished for the day. I'm going to walk home soon, but I thought, let me wash this hair now, get it out of the way. Off to Pilates. It's quite windy actually. I wanted to catch up on Gaby doing his little settling in at school this morning, because Hazy took him and sent me a voice note and it went really well. And when he sent me the voice note, I just listened to it and I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy, because I knew it was the right place for him. I just didn't realise all of the other things they do for children. They take 2 children a year into what's called the provision, which is what Gabe is in. But apparently the lady that Hainsey was talking to, who is like the head of the provision, said they do lots of like life skills. So a big part of when you're autistic is, especially in school, it's not really about the academics. Like, obviously it's about the learning and getting an education, but what you also want is like life skills. So how to integrate into the world, like fostering independence basically is a really, really big part of like the access that autistic children need. To be able to have support in that area as well is huge and goes hand in hand with learning. So she was basically saying they do lots of other things, and kind of mentioned a lot of parents of autistic children don't do quote unquote kind of, and it's not in this way, but like normal things with their kids, which is like taking them to activities, to the cinema, things like that, for example. And so she said they take them horse riding, they go to the cinema, they do all of these extra things to have that support, because it is like that. Like, Gabe's 4, but we've been invited to one birthday party since he started nursery 2 years ago, and that was at the very beginning of nursery, and the only reason we were invited is because they invited the whole class. But like, Gabe doesn't have friends, we're not doing play dates, we're not going to birthday parties, we don't do football on the weekend, we're not doing clubs. And lots of people might comment, and people generally are like, oh, but you could still do those things. You could, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if you get it, you get it. Like, we just don't, and we do what we know we can do and what we know will be enjoyable. And one day those things will come, they might not, but it is a very different experience basically, is what I'm trying to say. And it was so nice to hear them acknowledge that. I mean, obviously they work with autistic children, so they're well aware of what the experience is, but to know that you have that support and they understand that side of life outside of school, and they kind of take it upon themselves to do that for your child. I could cry actually talking about it. It's just such a wonderful thing to be able to have for Gabe and as support to us as a family. I feel really, really thrilled and optimistic for September. I can't wait for him to start. He's been so excited. I picked him up from nursery and his key work, and he was running around being really cheeky. And his key worker was like, oh, he's been a real cheeky boy today. She said, I think he's been really excited since this morning. And he was just, I've never seen, like, he was squealing, he was chasing after Elliot, he was so happy just now. And I think he just had a really good morning and he's just been really excited all day. So it's nice to feel like, oh, I think he's excited to go there and we'll be happy to be there. So it's just great, it's just great. Anyway, so I'm on my way to Pilates. And then I'm going to go to my lovely friends for some pizza. Hi!
How are you?
That's lovely Kelly, who owns the studio. When you come in, you've got flip-flops to put on. I've also got socks that she sells. She's got all this branded stuff. So I've got these socks, they're so cute. such a nice studio. Oh, look at the sun.
Your glutes off the carriage, tucking vertebrae by vertebrae, crashing sound. So nice and slowly out and in. As you go down, hold it down, open up those arms. We'll start with the ball in the right hand, close it in.
Oh my god, it's Sunday. I'm reporting live from my salon and it's just started absolutely pissing down. Oh god, there's a couple out with their baby in the buggy and she's in like a summer dress and he's in like shorts and t-shirt. I'm coming on to end this vlog because I've been editing it here at work and it's just gone on for so long, as always does. I also want to apologise for looking incredibly rough this entire vlog. Like even today I've just got my makeup on. I need to get my Botox done. Like I don't feel like my best self at the moment in any way, shape or form, but it's fine. Thank you so much for watching. I might vlog again this week. I hope you vlog again soon. Lots of love, bye.